Translation is a part of language learning. Yes, so it is. Basic 8 learners may be asked by their facilitators or teachers to translate some phrases from source language to a target language. And here, the source language will be English and the target language will be Fante, the language we are more comfortable with. In this video lesson, I have selected 10 English phrases and I'm going to help you translate them into Fante. Are you ready? Yes, I am also. The lesson comes up right after this.
Sananyo da ozikan wa channel radio a mbese de subscribe na share ma foforo amahin na yetim yesiaze presence chechenyi dana kanga.
Welcome back. Note that today's video lesson is not for me to explain the meaning of these phrases. No, that is not the purpose of today's lesson. But however, it is to just translate them from English to Fante, the target language. Let's start with the very first phrase in English. I'm not going to read the English phrases, but however, I'm going to show them on your screen. You're going to watch the English phrases whilst I read the translated versions of these English phrases. You ready? Let's start with the very first phrase. Right, you have this phrase on your screen. Try translating this into Fante. Think about it. Let me help you. Mamunshe. Mamunshe. The next English phrase. How do you translate this? Onfamuhu. Onfamuhu. The third one. Oye menyiso. Oye menyiso. Now the fourth phrase, mapabao. Mapabao. This English phrase ends in an exclamatory mark or exclamatory sign. So it means we have to have a little bit of higher tone, right? So this is how it is translated. Merade. Merade. This one too has or ends in exclamatory mark and it is translated Oho onkabandam. Oho onkabandam. Right, so the next one, when it is raining and then where you are standing is not too much enough to shelter you, you say this. And we say this in Fante, Muhorofo. Muhorofo. The next phrase is translated in Fante, ma nkashi nkaho. Ma nkashi nkaho. With this English phrase, when you are a secretary and your boss is expecting you to do something there and then, they tell you this. And in Fante, we can say, Yenuse Siara. Yenuse Siara. Well, this phrase is very common to the English. In Fante, we say, Norokwaden. Norokwaden. So these are the 10 selected phrases in English and their translations in Fante, the target language. I hope you have enjoyed today's lesson. But please, there are so many English phrases that could be translated into Fante. Please, if you know some that you would love to know their translations in Fante, please put them in the comment section to translate them in our next translation lesson here on Fante Kesesua. Before I go, I would love that you try your best to translate this English phrase into Fante. Try this. And it goes like this. I'm a Ghanaian. I'm a Ghanaian. Please try your best to do the translation in the comment section. We're going to read them, and the best ones, their names will be mentioned in our next video. Until we meet again, thank you very much for coming. Consider subscribing if this is your first time. Please share the video for others to get educated. The name is Ochechuni Apia Minsa. See you once again. Bye bye.